Ray Allen, the Hall of Famer, two-time NBA champ. And we wanted to have Ray on so I could still call him the greatest three-point shooter of all time, and then that'll probably change in a couple of days here. But Ray Allen, kind
It doesn't
enough
have
to
to
join us.
change.
Huh?
It doesn't have to
It
change.
doesn't?
Still call me that.
I can still call you the greatest three-point shooter of all time?
Yeah.
Are you the greatest three-point shooter of all time?
Well, that's certainly subjective, depending on who you're talking to, and I think that's something that it's interesting when we talk about that in sports. When we talk about who we think the greatest of all times is, when you're talking about whatever quarterbacks to best basketball players. I think it's important to understand, because we all have a different perspective. If you live in a great football city or basketball city, you've seen great basketball and what it means to you. And the game has certainly changed over the years. So as I've always tried to push who I think the greatest of all times is in any particular sport, I started to think about it, and I was like, but that's, to me, it's my opinion. And, kids today, they see what they see based on, social media, and they can't imagine somebody being better than the current players that are playing today.
Have you been asked to go to the game in Philadelphia or in Indiana, the next two games for Steph?
Yeah, I spoke with the people with the Warriors, and I actually spoke with Steph a little bit, trying to kind of help him navigate this whole process. It's an exciting time for him. And I try to give him the kind of what I was dealing with, and going into the game and everything that led up to it. And I was fortunate because it was I broke the record in Boston against the Lakers with Reggie in the building. So it's just only appropriate that I find my way there by hook or by crook. I don't know where it's going to be, so I got to kind of watch this thing. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm coaching myself, Gulliver Prep here in Miami.
Yeah.
And so we have games as well. So it's kind of like a tricky situation for me, trying to navigate kind of what it is that happens with them. But
why don't you go and heckle him, Ray? Why don't you put up a sign or yell out, "I'm the king"?
Because if you haven't watched anything over the last 12 years, that's not going to bother Steph.
I know.